Ever get the feeling your cat has very selective hearing? They can detect a treat bag opening from 3 rooms away, like tiny furry spies with built-in radar. But the second you say no, suddenly they're like, "Sorry, I don't speak human." Coincidence? I think not. Here's the truth. Science says your cat understands a lot more than they admit. They're not ignoring you because they're confused. Oh no. They're ignoring you because they're clever little fluff geniuses who decide when something is worth their royal attention. Today, we're exploring 5 words your cat truly understands. Yes, science backs it up. From the magic word that makes them appear in the kitchen faster than you can blink, to the one command they act like they've never heard in their 9 lives, we're decoding the secret cat dictionary. And of course, we're finally facing the big question: do cats really understand no? Or have they simply chosen to delete it from their personal language settings? Number 1. Their name. Because royalty recognizes titles, this one's a no-brainer, but science backs it up too. Your cat knows their name. A study published in Scientific Reports tested how cats react when their name is called versus random words. The results? Even if a total stranger says it, most cats flick their ears, turn their head, or give their signature move, a tail twitch. But here's the kicker. Just because they recognize their name doesn't mean they'll actually respond. Unlike dogs, who are all about pleasing their humans, cats have a different philosophy. They acknowledge you when it suits them. Want to test it out? Try calling your cat's name in 3 different ways: a neutral tone, a cheerful voice, and a slightly annoyed one. You know, like when they knock something off the table for the 10th time. See if their reaction changes. Spoiler: most cats prefer a high-pitched, sweet voice, like the one we naturally use when talking to babies. So if your cat is ignoring you, maybe your voice just isn't flattering enough for their royal ears. Try softening it, and you might just earn a glance of approval. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 2. Food. The magic word. Ever noticed how your cat suddenly develops supernatural hearing the second you say treat or dinner? Yeah, that's no coincidence. Researchers have found that cats link certain sounds to rewards, meaning words like food, eat, or treat act like a VIP invitation to the buffet in their mind. It all comes down to classical conditioning. Every time you say treat and follow up with a snack, your cat's brain connects the dots. This word equals food equals best human ever. Over time, this link gets so strong that they recognize the word even if you say it in a different tone. But some cats take it a step further. They don't just learn words. They memorize the sound of specific food containers. That means you could whisper treat in a different language, and they might not react. But the second you crinkle a snack bag or open a can, they're teleporting to your feet. Want to test it? Say treat in a robot voice, opera tone, or deep movie trailer narration. Your cat might still react. Some rely on tone and context, while others are just laser-focused on the magic word. Either way, they're always listening, just in case there's food involved. Number 3. No, the word cats pretend not to hear. Believe it or not, cats understand the word no. The problem? They just don't care. While dogs are hardwired to seek approval and follow commands, cats are operating on an entirely different frequency, one that revolves around what benefits them the most. When you tell a dog no, they stop, ears drooping, eyes full of guilt, eager to win back your affection. When you tell a cat no, they pause, stare at you for a moment as if considering your request, then calmly continue doing exactly what they were doing. That brief hesitation isn't guilt. It's their brain running a cost-benefit analysis in real time. Is stopping worth it? What happens if they keep going? Is the payoff of whatever mischief they're involved in better than whatever minor consequence awaits? More often than not, the answer is yes, and so they proceed with their grand plans, completely undeterred by your disapproval. A recent study even found that cats who regularly ignore the word no score higher on problem-solving tests. That's right. When your cat blatantly disregards your commands, it's not because they're being difficult. It's because they're thinking. They're weighing their options, making a calculated decision, and ultimately choosing the path of most enjoyment. While dogs rely on social rewards, like praise and attention, cats are driven by their own internal logic. If something is fun, interesting, or rewarding, they'll keep doing it, regardless of how many times you say no in increasingly desperate tones. But here's the twist. Cats actually do respond to a quiet, disappointed tone more than a firm or loud one. The catch? They only care if they've bonded with you. If your cat loves you, hearing that subtle hint of sadness in your voice might just be enough to make them think twice. But if they're only tolerating you for food and head scratches, good luck. So, how do you make no actually work? Instead of just saying it, offer them a better alternative. Redirect their attention, give them something equally fun to do, and reward them when they make the right choice. Cats aren't disobedient, they're just negotiating. And in their minds, if you're going to ask them to stop doing something, you'd better make it worth their while. Number 4. Come here, the ultimate power move. Every cat owner has, at some point, fantasized about calling their feline friend and having them gracefully trot over like a well-trained pup. But reality? You say, "Come here," and your cat stares at you like you just asked them to file your taxes. The truth is, cats process this command completely differently from dogs. While dogs are wired to respond to social cues and thrive on human approval, cats operate on a freelance contract basis. Before they agree to anything, they need to know what's in it for them. Doctors from International Cat Care discovered something pretty astonishing. With the right approach, cats can learn to respond to "come here" with up to 80% reliability. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. It all depends on how you've been using that phrase. Think about it. When do you usually say "come here" to your cat? If it's when they're about to be scooped up for a vet visit, taken away from their favorite mischief, or, worst of all, given a bath, it's no wonder they pretend not to hear you. In their mind, "come here" means danger ahead, so naturally, they make themselves conveniently unavailable. But there's a trick to turning this around. The secret? Positive association. Start using "come here" only when something amazing is about to happen, like dinner, a fresh can of tuna cracking open, or the grand reveal of their favorite toy. The key is consistency. If every time they hear "come here," something good follows, their clever little brains start making connections. And here's where it gets really cool. Over time, cats develop what scientists call anticipatory behavior. Even when they don't see a treat or a toy, they'll still respond because they've learned that coming to you usually pays off. It's like they're thinking, well, this human has a decent track record of delivering the goods. Might as well check it out. So, if you want your cat to actually come when called, stop being the bearer of bad news and start making "come here" sound like the beginning of the best thing ever. Because in the end, cats don't just listen to commands, they weigh their options, and if you want to win, the deal better be worth it. Number 5. Good job. The secret to your cat's heart. For our final word, things are about to get a little emotional, because as independent and aloof as cats pretend to be, they might actually care about our praise more than we ever realized. In 2021, researchers at Oregon State University made a discovery that left the cat behavior world shook. Many cats actually prefer human interaction and praise over food. That's right, your cat might love hearing "good kitty" even more than their favorite treat. But here's where it gets really fascinating. They aren't just reacting to the words themselves. Cats are masters at reading human emotions. When you say "good job" or "good kitty," they're not just hearing the sound. They're analyzing your tone, body language, and even tiny shifts in your facial expressions. Dr. Kristen Vitale, who led the study, found that cats who received consistent verbal praise along with affection formed stronger bonds with their humans and were more likely to seek out interaction in the future. In other words, every "good kitty" you say is actually strengthening your relationship. Turns out, those little moments of praise mean a lot more than we thought. Think of it like a positive emotional feedback loop. Your cat does something adorable, You praise them in that ridiculous, affectionate voice we all use, and in return, they associate making you happy with feeling good themselves. And here's a little experiment to try. Start every morning by greeting your cat with a consistent good morning in a warm, friendly tone. Scientists have found that these morning interactions can actually set the tone for cat-human communication throughout the day. And get this, cats are so tuned into praise that they can tell when you're genuinely happy with them versus when you're just saying the words. So if you're handing out compliments like a customer service rep on autopilot, your cat is onto you. But if you really mean it, they feel it, and it makes a difference. Of course, every cat is unique. Your feline might even have their own special word that means something only the two of you understand. So, how many of these words does your cat respond to? And does your cat have a unique word that always gets their attention? If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support not only encourages us, but also helps other cat lovers discover our content. Don't forget to share your experiences in the comments below, and consider subscribing to the Wise Animals channel for more informative videos on understanding and caring for our feline friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.